in the cemetery. It dates from 1777. It belongs to a man called Jacob Wells, or Vile, who was a jeweller in Dublin. He originally been in London, was born in France, came to Dublin in 1760, became a journeyman jeweller in 1761, and he opened his own shop in 1769 down in Essex Quay. And then in 1773 he announced that he was going to retire, and he was bringing in his grandson over from London to run the business, and his grandson was called Isaacs. Now, you kind of assume when you say somebody's taken over the business that they're going to take over the shop, but Dublin works slightly different then. And before the grandson arrives, a German guy called Isaacs arrived, opened a shop in Grafton Street. He can't believe Dublin because loads of people are coming around and going, "Hiya, Mr. Isaacs, I knew your grandfather. I owe money. Here you go." And he just can't believe it because the money's just pouring in and he's not selling anything yet. The grandson arrives and he goes around to him and he straightens him out. And the grandson's a bit different because whereas the grandfather would have been, this man here was a proper jeweller and he would have had journeymen working with him. The grandson isn't going to hit a piece of metal for the rest of his life, but he is a marketing genius. And he comes up with snappy phrases like Essex Quay was near the bridge, so he comes up with phrases like Essex Quay, 5 doors from the bridge. Instead of having journeymen out the back, he brings in a hairdresser. Because when you're getting your hair done, you have to put it up. You need hair clips. He's got the biggest range of hair clips in Dublin. He also starts selling cleaners. But his big thing is he's noticed that there's no point in dealing with the rich if they don't have any money and they buy everything on credit. The people to deal with are the middle classes, the merchants, because they've got money and they want to show off. So suddenly he's selling gold-plated jewellery, silver-plated jewellery. It looks just as good. It's an awful lot easier to clean. And you know what? He has a cleaner just to do the job. Gets through the really dirty bits that nothing else gets to. And he's really starting to annoy people in Dublin because he's doing really, really well and he's only just turned up. And so what happens is he announces that he's got a big shipment of Orient pearls coming in. Now, pearls would have been a real rarity then. This guy has truckloads because he's getting them on the cheap. And so what happens is somebody decides to go to the revenue and say, your man isn't paying, somebody's bringing in pearls and they're not paying tax. Now they go to a couple of jewellers, but everyone knows where they're going to hit. And basically they ransack the shop. But he's paid, he has actually paid his tax on them because he knows what's going to happen. So he goes to his lawyer and he says, what are we going to do? And so his lawyer says, let's put an affidavit in the papers telling everyone you paid your tax because you don't want anybody to think you're a bit dodgy, but offer a £5 for a reward and we shout you. Right? So that kind of causes a truce. But he realises he can't go on like this. So what he decides to do is stop retail altogether and he moves into wholesale. And he starts supplying all the shops in Dublin. And so what he's going to end up is that by the time he dies, and Isaac is buried just down here, but he dies in 1828. He has a huge big wholesalers on O'Connell Street. He's got a big house on Gloucester Street where it would be not Johnny Dempsey, the other one, Cllr Street. And his family have made a lot of money, so much so that the next generation are going to try and expand even more and they lose everything. These were Ireland's first great chocolate. From what we can see, it was a man called Jacob Phillips who started the chocolate business. He died in 1747. And then this man took over. He had an obsession with peppermint. Licorice. Now, I don't think Dublin was ready for non-alcoholic Pernod. And most people saw licorice as a kind of medicinal pain. Apparently it was very good if you got urinary problems. But he ends up, the first thing that really distinguishes him is he's one of 150 people who benefit from the new Bankruptcy Act. And the thing about that is it gives you 2 years to try and sort out your affairs rather than sending you to debtor's prison. And he manages to turn it round. And at one stage he even has a factory making chocolates up in the Liberties. But most of his business is done in Aston Key. And when he dies, the business is taken over by this man here, Reuben Phillips. And Reuben Phillips is, he's the man who's going to keep the business going up to the famine. And then when the famine kicks in, this man here, Lion Phillips, is going to take over. And he's known as the last of the Moranos. Now the Moranos, the people we were talking about before, they're known as Moranos. They were largely from a Portuguese, Iberian background. They had been through a sort of nominal conversion at one stage. But by and large they continued to practice as Jews. They'd been chased around Europe by the Inquisition. And then, because of their disbursement, they all get into various different types of businesses and interlinked. The early community here was Moranos. That gets taken over by a largely German or Ashkenazim type of Jewish people. And these here were the link between the two. And when Lion Cohen here died, the link is gone. He was 91 when he died, so he lived a good age. But he had to get out of, because of the way things were in the famine, he has to move completely out of chocolate production. The other fella, Reuben, over here, he done a bit of both. He basically got into groceries, selling a little bit of chocolate on the side. But this guy ends up having to go completely out of it. But once he comes out the other side of the famine, he comes back with chocolates with a bang from the shop on Astor Key. And unfortunately when he died, there was nobody to take over. So that's why when we think chocolate, we think Cadbury's rather than Phillips. But for about 150 years, they made chocolate in Dublin.